All the Swifties have been giving me bracelets. He goes, you don't need to tell me how to curate a space, okay? I know how to curate a space. I'm like, excuse me? Hey guys, welcome back to another market vlog. So here me and my daughter are setting up our table. This was Sunday, Taylor Swift concert weekend, so it was pretty exciting. So as you can see, I don't know if you can tell, but we're in the blazing sun. It is hot. We are taking down this display because they told us that I could have a second table, and they did not give me a second table, so I had to really switch my display on the fly. I couldn't bring my luxury jars, and I didn't have enough room on my table for the wax melt display, and the white display was just way too big and it just didn't look right. It was way too big for the table, and I would much rather use the two wooden displays that match and make my table symmetrical. So here we are rearranging the table again because, as you can see, it is directly in the blazing sun, and I'm trying to give the candles just a little bit of shade here. So as you see, we just keep rearranging it, and you see the top two tiers are in the shade. They did help me put up an umbrella, and I thought the umbrella would work, but it still didn't work. So now here I am pulling the shelves back even more out the sun. So that's like 2.5 little shelves that are out now. I'm pulling the table back, just trying to do everything I can. Now I'm pulling the table forward. Like, this is with the umbrella up, and nothing was working. At this point, I am dripping with sweat. Like, I am so hot, and I'm the only candle vendor there. So nobody else had this issue but me. So I decided, okay, let's just put up a couple candles. Maybe it'll work. And as you see right here with my hands on my hip, I'm frustrated, and I went to go find the event organizer, and we had some drama, which I explained at the end of the video. So I'm packing up the candles. I asked to be moved to the space right across from me, diagonal. It was an empty space there. So here my daughter and I were just moving the table directly across to a new space that was in the shade, just directly on the other side. And you can see this other guy, so now I'm moving the umbrella. Nobody helped me, by the way. The guy right there with the paintings, I moved right next to him. So we're just moving our stuff, and here we are. You can tell now we're in the shade. It's cooler. My candles are not gonna melt. And honestly, I kind of felt like if I would have stayed in that spot, it would not have been worth it. Like, I can't sell melted candles to people. Like, I was just gonna call it quits if you were gonna let me stay, because everybody else had jewelry and clothing, and so it really doesn't matter. So at this point, I'm irritated. I'm setting up my last little bit of my stand here, and here's the final little overview. We got everything set up how we needed it to be. It looks pretty good. I'm always wanting to change my display. Every single time I do a market, I'm never happy with it. But that's how it looked finally after we were all done. But I was really irritated. So here's a little market. It was only 10 of us, and it was cute. And the people were nice. All the other vendors, they were so sweet. And that's the spot where we moved from, in the blazing sun. He put a plant there, and the person still never showed up. Checking in, it's hot. I'm getting a lot of Swifties who are giving me bracelets. All the Swifties have been giving me bracelets. Thanks, Swifties. You guys are so sweet. Natalie's here with me. She has some too. Yeah. But it's been cool so far. Bye.
Street lights glow glowing bright, shadows come alive. City never sleeps, no Taylor Swift shining star. Lost in endless dreams, neon colors gleam. Dancing till the sunrise, Taylor Swift shining star. Ooh, we drift away, in the night we stay. Sparkling stars will guide us. Ooh, we find our way, in this night we'll play. Lost but we are.
Alright guys, so we're done our vending and we're treating ourselves to a little boba tea and some red velvet cheesecake from City Market. We are all done. I'm gonna sit you right here. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. You go ahead. So let me tell you guys what happened. And I don't know if I want to say the name of where I was because I had a little bit of an unpleasant experience in the beginning. And it irritated me. And made me not want to do the market again because of what happened. So when I first got there, getting set up, they had me on the wall where the sun was directly facing all my products. And before I started setting everything up, I asked them, can I move to the other side of the wall where it was shaded? They had everybody's names in chalk on the ground, so everybody knew where they were gonna go. There was an empty spot right across with somebody's name on it, but they weren't there yet. I mentioned it, the guy really didn't say anything. They had umbrellas, I put the umbrella up. I started setting up anyway, thinking the umbrella would help. The umbrella did not help at all. Like, it was just straight beaming down. And I was like, it's not worth it if I'm gonna be here and it's gonna melt all of my stuff. I can't sell melted candles to people. So I went back to the guy and I said, hey, if you don't mind, can I switch to that empty spot that's right across from me? I said, I know the person's not here yet, but they can just swap spaces with me. And he was like, I said, because all my stuff is gonna melt. He was like, yeah, I see, but that's a problem for me. That's a problem for me. And I'm thinking, like, how's that a problem for you? I said, we're just swapping spaces. The person isn't here yet. He goes, yeah, but they're coming. He goes, yeah, because that's just a problem for me. And I'm thinking, like, wow, like, how rude and mean. And I said, well, if we swap spaces, because first he said, yeah, if you move, then there's going to be empty space there. I was like, there's an empty space right across from me. It's still empty. Yeah, but they're coming. Mind you, fast forward, the person never came. Just FYI, they never came. So Cindy had an attitude when I said, well, if I switch to that side and the other person comes, then your whole section will be filled. He goes, you don't need to tell me how to curate a space, okay? I know how to curate a space. I was like, excuse me? Like, so the only thing he did to fill in the space was put a big plant there. They have lots of plants, beautiful plants everywhere. So what I wasn't understanding was that person still never came. The whole day market, they never showed up. So if I stayed on my spot, he still would have had an empty spot right across from me. So I was not understanding why me going directly across what was a big deal. That really put a bad taste in my mouth. The vibes I got from the very beginning, I just didn't have good vibes. Sorry. I didn't have good vibes. But you know, people are nice and friendly, and like the people, the organizer of the market, they're nice. That guy just put such a bad taste in my mouth that, like, common sense would tell you she has candles. She's directly in the sun. Like, they're gonna melt. But I can't expect people to know those things and, you know, I guess stand up for myself. So I had to stand up for myself and advocate for my business and was like, this is not gonna work. Me being in, I was the only candle person, only bath and body person. So nobody else had those issues but me. So when the person next to me saw me moving, she was like, oh my gosh, thank God they moved you because all your stuff is gonna go. I was like, well, thank you, she got it. After I got everything set up, I was in the full shade, so I felt better, but my whole vibe was off. I was just really upset, you know, like that he was so rude to me about just moving across. Like, I was the only black person there. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but I was the only black person there. Eventually, I went and introduced myself. I stopped to meet all the vendors, look at all their stuff. Some vendors bought from me. I bought from other vendors. And it was the other vendor to my left. He was the one being nice. Like, oh, I forgot Natalie's chair. And he was like, I can go get a chair in the back for you. So he went to go get Natalie a folding chair. Then in the beginning, everybody had to go get the umbrellas from the back. Mind you, it's my first time here. I don't know anything. I don't know what to do. Nothing, right? So I said, where are the umbrellas? So I'm getting the umbrella, struggling with the umbrella. The guy came and put the umbrella up. And then when I switched to the other side, I just moved the umbrella over myself. And then he kind of helped me fix it. Somebody else. It was just weird, y'all. It was just weird. It was a different flow. It was busy on and off, on and off, on and off. I didn't make that much money. It was decent. It was decent, but after the other guy was talking to me and kind of helping me out, kind of showing me the ropes a little bit, I kind of felt a little bit better. But that should have came from the organizers of the event. I don't know, but this is one of the markets that I really wanted to get into, and I've been trying to get into since last year. They normally don't do day markets because of the Taylor Swift concert. They opened up a day market. They normally do night markets from 7 to 12 p.m., which I still want to do, but you know, I don't know. Then the guy came around, a different guy came around to collect our vendor fees. And he was nice, he was sweet. The thing was, I don't want to say his name, but he was nice. And the other guy that was a jerk to me, I seen him a couple more times, and I was just nice. I killed him with kindness. I said, thank you very much for moving me. I appreciate it. You know, I was grateful, but he was just so freaking rude. And I kind of felt like I wanted to be back with the people that I normally vend with, because we know each other, we have a rapport, you know, and you kind of know the lay of the land. But this is what happens when you go somewhere for the first time. So it was growing pains. We got a lot of Taylor Swift bracelets. All the Swifties were there, and they were giving us bracelets. They were so cute. Natalie got some too.
Oh, my one's in my check.
Yep. But these are our bracelets that we got.
No, it's not.
Yeah, these are our bracelets we got. So overall, it was good. And now I'm ready to go home and relax. And I'm gonna see if I'm doing the nighttime market. But advocate for yourself. Even if it makes people uncomfortable, I'm glad I advocated for myself, because it would have been pointless being in the sun with my candles melting. I was just so stupid. And it was rude that he didn't see that, because when this happened to me at another market and they had me in the front with all the sun, she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Let me move you to the back in the shade because I see you have candles that are gonna melt. Common sense. So they just moved me. But this guy didn't. It's like, it set me up for failure. But anyways, thank you guys for watching my video. I hope it wasn't boring. I did not have a lot of footage. I tried to film a little bit of the people at my booth, but my vibe was so off and I was so irritated that I just didn't feel like vlogging anymore. But, huh?
No, everyone I did not know about.
I know, I didn't tell you. But anyways, thank you guys for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!
Street lights glowing bright, shadows come alive.